did it. You follow. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am so absolutely excited to be able to be here this morning with everyone. This is the moment. This is the moment. Like, this is it. This is it. This moment changes the trajectory of what we have seen for so long, what we've just been used to because that was what was there. This is the moment where we get to see collaboration, where we get to see something totally different. We get to see our mayor working in sync with our board of our president, and we get to see not only working together but appreciating one another.
Exactly.
We get to see that, and let me say, I know a little bit of what that feels like because I get to work so well with our mayor. We get to call each other and say, hey, this is coming. This is going on. What do you think? Well, what do you want? Well, how do we do this together? Our teams talk all the time. They talk more than we do. And we're able to get so much done. And I remember taking office and there being this situation happening where I'm calling the person who was the board president at the time saying, no, this won't work. And how can we do this differently? Like, this won't work. And there being this back and forth that didn't get resolved. They ended up in the media. This time, and see that prolonged money movement. This time, we won't have that problem.
Exactly.
This time, we believe the same, we want to see the same, and the motto of our office is to do the absolute most for everybody in St. Louis, the Missouri 1st District, starting with those who have the greatest need. Now, let me take you all back a little bit. If you don't know that I'm getting ready to tell this story, but so a few years back, maybe 2015, we were out on the ground fighting and advocating for our unhoused neighbors, trying to figure out how we fix this problem. So we were just putting our own bodies on the line. We were just out there ourselves, not wait on anybody else to pay attention or care. We do it ourselves. We take care of St. Louis. And I remember we were at both of these, I believe. And Megan was there saying, I have a plan. I have legislation ready. Remember that? And we're sitting in this huddle with housing justice advocates. And what they were saying is, yes, we need this. Now, it's one thing for our alders to be brilliant and work on their own legislation and keep it amongst themselves and get it done. It's another thing when you bring it to the people who actually do the work and say, this is what I am proposing. Yeah. What do you think? Whoa. Yeah. And it was amazing enough for them to say, I don't even remember them saying they had changes. We want to see this happen. Fast forward, maybe a year, something like that. Another situation. Super cold in St. Louis. We needed shelter for folks. A beautiful couple decided we have a space that's not being used at night. It's not actually a shelter, but it's a space for people in this frigid St. Louis winter weather.
Oh yeah.
So they said, we'll open our doors. They called some folk, worked with some other housing justice advocates, some folks that do the work with our unhoused neighbors, got some cots, got some blankets. Those cots and blankets were all over this building. We were working this thing while it was happening, trying to figure out how to make it all work, but let's just get the cots in, let's just set stuff up and go get the people. it happened.
Yes, it did.
People started flooding in.
Mm-hmm.
People had a warm place
Bless you.
on a frigid night.
Yes.
Night after night.
Yes.
It got to the point to where they had to open up another section and start putting people. It was just like, I don't know where, let's just get another cot. Can somebody get another cot from somewhere? Well, we don't have cots, so we have this. Let's just put stuff down for people because it's warm and it's safe in here. This couple, community members, that's who they were. But then, there was some complaints.
Come on now, tell it.
And so the complaints came in, and the older person,
Jack
Kotar, decided to work along to come against this couple.
He did.
Who were just giving shelter to people who needed shelter. Because the difference between shelter and not having shelter can be death. And so they were just giving shelter, but they decided to come against this couple and shut the place down. Now, what does it mean to shut the place down? It meant those folks didn't have a place to go. And I can speak this because I was there.
That's right.
So I'm not talking about something I don't know about or I heard about. I was there. There might even be some folk here that were there.
Yep. Feeding them.
And so we said, oh no, we're not letting this happen. We went across the street to one of those business owners and said, why? Why don't you want to allow this couple to house people who need it right now during this frigid weather? They had their reasons. I get it. You want your customers to feel, I get it. But folks feeling good while they're sitting down eating versus folks being alive, I think the other one means a lot more.
That's right.
And so what we said was, let us figure out how to make this work. Let us do the work to figure out how to make sure your business is okay, but our people are also safe and warm and full. That didn't work because we did not have the person in place that cared the same. And so those folks went through so much, and that shelter was not able to open again. As a matter of fact, they had a notice placed on their door, and so much happened after that, just destroyed that couple's work.
It did.
So prior to that, we had someone working out on the street, but also working with the advocates to save our folks. But the other person that's in the race decided, So, what do we want to see? Now, that's who Megan was before she started running for this particular position this time. That's who she was before. I care about what you do before you get into, before you run for a particular seat. Who were you then? And what do you do when you are? What is your passion? What is your work? We've already seen it. Already tried, already tested, and she stood the course. If you've ever lost a race, you know what it's like to try to go back again. Some folks decide it's enough. It hurts. It's humiliating. You feel like you failed the people. I know I have. No. I felt that way. But to step back up again, even though she's in the seat she's in, she's taking some knocks. So to step back up again and to step out there, we appreciate her for running. We appreciate her for running. Because she wasn't running, we'd be stuck. And so today is our moment, today is our day, today and tomorrow and Monday, and then that's it. So folk are going to the polls because of what you bring to the door. They're going to the doors because of what you tell them. A lot of us, we don't have time to look up and go through and understand if this article is correct or if that article is right, which one, and all of that. Folks don't have that time. But when you knock on their door, it gets personal. It's personal. You're bringing their needs to their door. You're bringing the resources that they need to their door. They don't even know sometimes what they need. But when you come to the door and you tell them what she's fighting for, now I know who my candidate is. So, as you go out today, remember there's a soul behind every single door that has something that you are bringing to them. You're coming to fix a need by putting the right person in the seat that will help to meet that. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. I know it's a little cooler this morning. Thank you for listening. But it's a little cool today. But let's think about how cold it would be if we have the person in the seat that don't care about folks being cold.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
So let's rock with who rocks with us. Let's do this. Let's make sure those doors are, let's make sure that the people on the doors are clear. It's just about team green. So thank you all.
All right.